Hey guys, Gravender here. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Marvel Contest of Champions. And today we are going to be continuing on with our How to Effectively Use series. Our champion is Black Bolt, if you couldn't tell already from the fact that he's already pulled up. I'm going to try to do that from here on out in the videos. I'm going to try and have the character that we're going to be doing popped up first thing as soon as we start the video. But before we get started, I want to say a couple of things. Number one, I understand that I am not perfect and that I am going to make mistakes. And I was calling Abomination's signature ability Irritate. And I feel like a moron now. I absolutely feel like a moron that I called it that the whole time during that video. Whenever I know for a fact that that word is irradiate. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I was tired, or I just didn't pay close enough attention. But most of you guys, a lot of you guys have pointed out the fact that I was saying it wrong. And I was. And I'm just saying this. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know. I just messed up. Irradiate. I know that word. It took so long for it to sink in that by the time that I realized what I had done, it was a facepalm moment. It's like, you know this. You know this. And I couldn't figure out for the longest time what everybody was getting on about. And then it's like, I watched the video again, and it's like, oh, you were saying that wrong, that word wrong, stupid. That's why everybody's making fun of you. So I do know that the word is not irritate, it's irradiate. I do realize that, and I do know the word. I do know that word, and it's I don't know. Number two, I am not trying to sell you on these characters. Period. I'm not pushing the fact that I like these characters on you guys to try and make you guys like them. If I like them, that's my personal opinion. Plain and simple. Period. If you guys like them, that's awesome. If you don't like them, there's not much I can really do about it. So if you're not going to be sold on a character, there's no point in you watching the video to begin with. That's just my opinion on it. If you want to know how to try to effectively use these characters, then watch the videos. But if you're not going to try to take anything away from it whatsoever, then there's no point in watching it at all. That's just me personally. I appreciate all the people that are watching this. Love you guys to death. I really do. But it just doesn't make any sense to watch the video if you don't want to know how to effectively use any of these characters that I'm doing the videos on. I mean, we're going to get to all of them. So if you've got a particular character that you want to see how they could potentially be used, then that's the ones you want to watch. That's just my opinion. If you want to know how to use them all, by all means watch every single video. But it's obviously, you guys know I'm kind of going off on a rant here because of the comments that happened yesterday, and I mean, it's no skin off my back one way or the other. But I'm not trying to cheap plug these characters to try and get you guys to like them. It's not like I work for Kabam or anything. If I like a character genuinely, which I like most characters in the game, plain and simple, my biggest thing, if you guys have been watching me for a long time, is the fact that even before the willpower nerf, there are no bad characters in this game. There aren't. It's all a matter of how you play with them. And the fact of the matter is, if you don't like a certain character, you probably don't know how to play with them. It's just all there is to it. There are methods and ways around being able to play with all of these characters and enjoy it. But that's enough for the tangent. Let's get into the character. Let's get into Black Bolt. So we have a 4-star Awakened, thankfully this one here is Awakened, and a 4-star at that. Black Bolt at rank 4, level 40 of 40. Now, I love Black Bolt. I really do. I like Black Bolt a lot. I like Black Bolt as a character, and I like Black Bolt as a character in this game, as a champion. I really do. His signature ability, Provocation. Don't correct me on that one, guys. I know that's right. He has Stun 5, Direct Damage 3, and Poison Immunity. I like him because of that. Even without the perfect block team, the block proficiency team that he was on previously, Black Bolt's still a really good character to use on poison paths in map 5. I still think he is because of the fact that his stuns last so long. And his ability is really cool too, because it didn't used to be the best ability in the world. But now that you get the little extra added buffs in whenever you attack, they're not permanent buffs, but they're buffs that pop up whenever you're attacking. That helps out a whole lot. Combat tests Blackguard Boltagon's Restraint. Each time he is struck by a critical hit, he has a chance to gain a permanent Cruelty or Fury buff. And each time he strikes with his own critical hits, he has a chance to gain a 6.5 second Cruelty or Fury buff. These effects increase critical damage or attack by 19.5%. Now obviously that goes up because it's in the green, the higher the level of provocation that you have. Special attack number 1. 60% chance to stun for 3 seconds. And if you've got the extra added bonus for the extra stun duration, it's 2 moves. That's why I like him. It's 2 full 5-move rotations. It's really awesome. That's why I like him the most out of all the Cosmics. He's probably, well, not number 1. He's probably number 2 as far as the Cosmics go. Thor I'm really starting to like a lot more here lately. This attack deals true damage, ignoring all armor and resistance. Special attack 2. I don't really use special attack 2. It can hit pretty hard, but you take damage. 70% chance to stun for 4 seconds. And the stun's longer. But it takes longer to come out of that spiral. So you kind of technically lose a little bit. Great power comes at a great price. Activating this ability consumes 5% of your maximum health. That's why I don't like it. I don't like to take any more damage than I absolutely have to. But it's not a bad move at all. And his special attack 3. 90% chance to stun for 4.5 seconds. That's huge if you let that build up. I like to spam the L1 though. I really do. An enhanced immune system provides full immunity to the poisons of the battle realm. Let's take a look at his synergy bonuses. Now this Cosmic Supremacy is a new one. That's what they took out. It's kind of what they've given us in place of the leadership skill for these Cosmic characters. Cosmic Champions gain plus 30% duration for all Fury, Precision, Cruelty, and Armor Up buffs. It's pretty nice. It's actually a pretty nice little buff. But we've got Ronin. That would work. We've got a Ronin. We don't have a 4-star Kamala Khan. Friends, Spider-Man, and Cyclops. 6% armor. Kang, 5% attack, and Hulk, 25% crit damage. I like Black Bolt with Hulk, but really the better team for Hulk is Hawkeye, Hulk, and Old Man Logan. That's my favorite team with those guys. So really, there's no point to even look at the 3-star because we've got the 4-star. Pretty much tells us everything we need to know. So let's find a fight really quick, and we will jump into that one. Be right back with you guys as soon as we get that set up. Okay, so now I am going to start off with the 3-star. We actually did end up in a fight where we're at a disadvantage for once. Not so much in the fact that we are at a disadvantage class-wise. We're at a disadvantage because we are the lower of the two. And that's like the first time we've had that in a while. Most of the fights that we've done so far have just been like these little rinky-dink fights, but this is up. Didn't get it. I would have died laughing if he would have got that stun off of that, because I've never, it's really like hardly ever do I ever get a stun off of Captain America World War II, and it's absolutely crazy. So that one didn't really do much of anything for showing us exactly what kind of character that Black Bolt is, but which was really kind of weird, because we ended up with the Fury buff there at the end, and it still didn't do anything for us. Straight to the 4 stars. Black Bolt. Get up there. But yeah, I think from here on out, if we have, woo, that's going to be a good one. Black Bolt versus Thor. Better not get stunned, I know that much. And he is way more than us. This thing's finally starting to pump out some fights that are a little bit harder. See, I kind of expect whenever they're that high that they're going to be easier to draw out their special attacks, but this guy is just not. This guy's just not wanting to do anything. There we go. There's our stun. There's another stun. I think we're going to get caught with an L3 though. So it could potentially wipe us out with Thor. Oh my lord. Yeah, there was no way with that one. One L3, man. Just one. If I could have got another L1 off, I think I would have had him on the ropes though. But those stuns just weren't really lasting as long as I'm normally used to them to last. But for me, Black Bolt is really the kind of character that you want to use more on offense than you would defense. I like using the character, so I wouldn't personally use him on a defensive team, because I like to play with him. So I like having him on my teams. I still think he's a good character to have even without the leadership ability involved. Black Bolt is really just a great champion, to me at least. I think he is. He hits hard. He has all the stuns. Plain and simple. I mean, you get a 4.5 second stun off of that L3, so, and a 3.5 second stun off of the L1, which I'm probably guessing that guy that we were up against, he probably had the stun reduction, and that's probably why it didn't last as long as it did, because there was no way that was 3.5 seconds worth of stun. But that's the only detriment that he has going for him as far as I'm concerned. But alright guys, thank you guys so much for sitting through this. Sorry about the rant at the beginning of the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. But if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. If it's your first time watching the channel and you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a sub on it. As always guys, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Later. 'Cause we scream fire.